Well, before we open it up to questions, I want to end with one question for each of you. And that is, what advice do you have for people that are looking to increase their executive presence?
She's raising her eyebrow.
Should I? Okay,
go for it.
according to my notes, George, you're up first.
Yeah, let's start down here.
So the thing is, there are no formulas. Read the books, read the articles, talk to people about it. You just have to develop. It's your deal, and you have to be genuine. It has to be whatever you believe in. Otherwise, it's going to come across as phony. And it's not. You want to address. I have to tell you this story, by the way, because this just blew me away. Last night, I was leaving the restaurant after having dinner with my grandkids, and I'm wearing this coat, and I walk across the street down in Glendale, and this young woman who is Latina, I don't know, 22, 23 years old, looks over at me and goes, "Nice suit." I go, "Whoa, thank you. That really made me feel good." And that again, that human connection, that just go out of your way to have somebody know that they see you as a human being, and that comes across as whatever executive presence that is, that helps.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
I think I'm next on your list, aren't I?
Yes, thank you.
I peeked you. You know, I vividly remember my first job, and getting out of college and graduate school and not having a clue what the work world would look like, because I waitressed or I lifeguard. I mean, I did all those things in the summer. And sitting in my first meeting and thinking, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I know I think I'm really smart because I have these 2 degrees, but what am I doing here? And I remember that watching, for a period of time, understanding your environment. And I've had multiple jobs in Colorado and in New York City, and each one has a different culture. And what you can say or what you can do is often influenced by that culture. So I'm going to tell you a quick funny story. So when 51 years living in New York City, I moved to Colorado, and I'm at Kaiser, which is a wonderful organization, and we have a meeting, and someone says, "How's the temperature in the room?" So I'm looking for the thermostat all over, and there wasn't a thermostat. So someone says, "Well, I'm feeling really good about this meeting." And the next person says, "I don't know, I didn't like what Susie said." And I thought, oh my God, this isn't real, is it? But it was. And so I realized I am a driver. I always want results. I'm often impatient, but I needed to adapt to that culture. And so whether you're trying to emerge into leadership or you are the leader, just taking the temperature of the room is sometimes very important.
Great advice. Thank you. All right, Byron?
I would say smile and shake people's hands. And, my dad taught me to always look them in the eye. And I still think there's something about that. I think that first impression with people is really important. And it sets the tone. I don't know if anybody watched the debate last night, but there was a very started off with a handshake. And I thought that was interesting. And so I just think there's this instantaneous moment that person is developing, maybe unconsciously, what they're thinking about you, and you only have a second, to do that, and then from there, I think it's more listening, and then I always encourage people to ask questions.
Good.
You can't ask enough questions. So.
Yeah, that's great. Great advice from all 3 of you.